And I can verify all of that is verified.
All of it's verified. My kids the other day were in the car. We see a big lightning storm, and they're literally grilling me with questions.
And you know what? Another wives' tale is that if you're in a car, it's the rubber tires that protect you. That is not the case. It is the metal frame of the car that protects you. It's not that you have tires. It's that you're surrounded by metal. So
that's metal.
No, but that's going to be the path that the electric current takes. So you don't want to touch anything during a thunderstorm if you're in your car, because that could transfer to you.
Well, I literally was like,
but what a way to go, sitting on a toilet and electrocuted.
Woo! But you know, my kids are like, what happens if you get electrocuted? What would it look like? What happens to you? I'm just like, if I hadn't been driving, I'd pick up my phone, call Mr. Chris.
Oh, you should have just tossed me the call. I would have loved to have answered all these kids' questions, because I don't do enough of that at home on a regular basis. Well, speaking of lightning, do have some thunderstorms that are rolling in across the North Shore. Thankfully, these are weakening, which is what the models have been indicating. Had been severe thunderstorm warnings around the Jackson area, but the line itself was weakening as it moved further into southwestern Mississippi, and still some scattered downpours at times. But notice the lightning, notice the number of lightning strikes as it moved into northern Tangi really has come down, as has the intensity of the rain. Few showers are already starting to pop up from Picayune across northern St. Tammany Parish, so certainly some rainfall there. This will continue to weaken as it pushes farther south. Yet to be seen if any of this will really hold together as it moves south of the lake, but certainly the lightning is off in the distance. I'm showing you that viewer video from Ponchatoula. You see it in the distance. This is not heat lightning. There is no such thing as heat lightning. What we tend to see are kind of these late evening and nighttime thunderstorms off in the distance. In the summertime, tend to be more offshore. It's too far away to actually hear the thunder, but you tend to see the tops of the storms and the lightning within the cloud itself. So that's usually what we see. And note the lightning number has really weakened as those storms have been pushing farther into Louisiana. 90 degrees was our high today. Most of the afternoon, though, on the South Shore was spent in the 80s thanks to staying under mostly cloudy skies. And at times you see those lightning strikes from looking at our tower camera on the West Bank. There we go. Again, not as much as it was just about 20 minutes ago. 82 degrees still our current temperature. So a very warm, humid evening with winds out of the south at 7 miles an hour. In the 70s, where we're starting to get some of that rain-cooled air. Look at this. Macoma's at 68 degrees from rain-cooled air. We're in the 80s outside at the moment. Great news on the tropical front. Nothing is going on. Boy, that area we have been watching over the last couple of days is gone. As a matter of fact, more impressive with these thunderstorms that are weakening, moving from the north. Matter of fact, we're kind of looking more to the north and down in the tropics over the next couple of days, as our model guidance is indicating nothing developing in the Atlantic Basin, which is the Gulf, the Atlantic Ocean, and the Caribbean for at least the next 5 days. Even the long-term models kind of keeping us fairly quiet for the next week and a half or so. I don't want to jinx it, but it certainly looks like we'll be having settled weather in the tropics. For right now, though, we're kind of looking up to the north, not down to the south, for our little weather maker here with these storms rolling in. And it's likely that we will see, kind of with the Gulf moisture in place and these little impulses from the north, our rain chances increasing for tomorrow. These storms are going to be falling apart through the overnight, so relatively dry, maybe an isolated shower or two. As we get into the morning hours and midday and afternoon, more development is expected. Now, nothing expected to be severe, but certainly the risk of some heavy downpours and more of a threat of those heavy downpours leading to some street flooding. Thankfully, by the evening and overnight, we'll start to see the weather settle down, but a higher risk of maybe more of those isolated downpours, so kind of more widely scattered flood threat. Again, this is not going to be everywhere, but underneath those downpours certainly could pick up a couple of inches of rainfall, and you get that in a short enough period of time, it leads to street flooding. Friday, though, risk is still there, although I don't think it's going to be quite as high, as it looks like most of the storms are going to be moving away. And in fact, as we continue on into the weekend, we will see a drier stretch of weather. 40% chance for some scattered storms on Friday. Not a dry day, but certainly fewer showers into the weekend. Another little upper disturbance triggers better rain chances Monday, and then more of a normal pattern by the middle of next week.